All right, we are here today to discuss AM reception and our AM antennas. I'm here with Daryl, and he's one of our expert techs here. He does a lot of the repairs, and he knows a lot about these products, and so I've enlisted his help today to give you kind of a demonstration on our two AM antennas that we currently carry. So right now we have the Terk AM Advantage, and then we also have our twin coil Ferrite AM antenna. And so we just wanted to give you a little demonstration today on how these antennas might work for you and when you might choose one over the other. So be prepared for a little bit of static. This area is not the most ideal for AM reception. It's got a lot of noise, but it's actually a perfect environment to give you an opportunity to see how these really work. So Daryl, I'm going to turn it over to you with the Terk and when you would use that and how you would use that.
Well, there are two different ways you can use the Terk. You can either place it next to the radio near the ferrite antenna in the radio, and to locate that you could move it around the radio to find the place where it connects and makes an impact on the reception. You tune it. It has tuning on it right here for the different band frequencies between 530 and 17 on AM. And it also has the ability to connect with a 6-foot wire provided that you can put the antenna then in a window and set it up and tune it properly and orient it to the station for the best reception. And then your radio can be in any direction and located on your nightstand.
Nice.
So that you can view the time and whatever while you're there.
And so we actually set up for you, as I knock it over, we actually set up for you guys a little demo for our twin coil ferrite. So this one works a little bit differently. Same concept, it's induction. But this one actually has a tuning control box, and it has a battery operated one. And then it also has the remote installation that goes to the control box.
It's a ferrite antenna in here.
And there's an antenna in there. And so this can allow you to do what he was just talking about as far as a further remote installation. And we have up to 50-foot cable, so you can install it remotely. And we're going to actually demonstrate both so you can see the difference. And so right now, we're going to show you a local station, 1480, which is out of Eureka. And I'm going to see.
This is the signal strength. There's almost no bars that way. Now, just to be fair, I will show you that this radio is a very powerful receiver. By turning it this way, come around here, take a look. You can see that we now have the station, and we have bars of signal. Now, if you were in your house, sitting next to your table, and you wanted to have it like this, which of course looks better, you can then place your coupling device here and then orient the remote antenna broadside to the station. The station is in this direction, and do your tuning here. This is fine tuning on this little knob, and while you tune that, you want to watch your signal strength and try to peak it for the strongest signal.
And so when would we possibly use this connector that comes with it?
Some radios will work better, a more efficient coupling with this connected to antenna terminals. And the black one is for ground and the red one is for the AM antenna. Now, some radios couple better, more efficiently, using an inductive coupler. And we provide a little Velcro piece so that you can put it where it is the best.
Perfect.
And you just need to experiment with that on your radio. It could be over here. It could be, you know, wherever it is.
And it just depends on the signal, right? So it might change depending from station to station because of where they broadcast. Is that true, or is it just depends on the radio itself?
This is a coupling to the antenna.
Okay, so it's going to be wherever the antenna is on your radio.
Right, it'll be at one specific spot, and it will always be there on that radio. And then this part, you can also experiment with orienting that, because the station would be this way. Sideways, you would get nothing. So if you want to find out where a station is, you can go like
And you can watch that on the signal meter, even without any signal showing.
Yeah.
You can see there's all the bars.
I can block that signal out by just turning it sideways to the station.
Which for people, if they have an offending station that's overpowering, that's where we have people buying this for that.
That is correct. That is a very good point.
And so if you're getting a lot of bleed over from a strong station, that's a way to block it out so you can continue to receive the station you're trying to receive. One thing we did want to mention too is you heard the static and the noise. Our environment is super, we've got fluorescent lights and we've got lots of computers and we've got a lot of different things, all the different radios, and those make noise. And so those raise it, they call it the floor, right? The noise floor.
Yeah.
And the more pieces of equipment that you have involved, the louder the noise floor is. And our noise floor in America has gotten extremely loud because everything's Wi-Fi, right? So it's more difficult. But if you go outside, we're going to show you that. You can have a much different process. So we're going to disconnect here real quick and then take the radio outside and show you what that looks like.
Well, it was originally an idea for a movie based on a play inspired by a podcast. But the idea is how you can
Just
save
going
when you
outside,
bundle
no
home and
extra
auto.
antenna. So you can see how much your environment actually impacts your ability to receive. So the great thing about that AM antenna that we were just showing you, the twin coil, is that we have this remote cable. So we're going to show you what that looks like here. And I guess we can take this back in, right? And we'll get that set up. Give us just a second here.
Now you get to see how easy it is to swap antenna positions. You plug the, you lay your cable out to outside is the best. Or, you know, it could be in your house somewhere where it's better.
Or under an eave is what we say a lot of the time.
Keep it out of the weather a little bit. Now out here, we have the other end of that cable. There's a little arrow on here that goes up. You can't probably see it, I don't know, in the light here, but that goes up and then that slides right in. And we know the station is that way. We found that out with the radio. Now we have our coupling device. Might bump this. Takes a little fiddling around to get your best spot. Now we can go back outside and just see if we can reorient this for a better result. And
Yeah, let's see. No. Yep, that's good. Yep, so found a little bit better position. So again, this gives you an idea of what you can do, and that it requires some experimentation. And one of the biggest things we run into is noise. So if noise is the problem, and if you're getting the signal and it's strong and it's clear, and you just need to boost it, this antenna is probably going to be to work for you. If it's fading, or if it comes in weak, or there's a little static, then the twin coil is going to be a good fit. Or like we just saw, where it comes in really good here outside, but not so good inside. But if noise is the problem, an antenna can actually make it worse. You heard it. We can actually amplify the noise along with the signal. So in those situations, an antenna might not be the best solution. We always say try it, because it's a pretty inexpensive attempt to fix it, and it allows you to maintain the portability of your radio. Your alternative to that would be one of our Wi-Fi radios. So either the CC Wi-Fi or the Grace Digital, the Mondo Plus, one of those, clear static, no fade, crystal clear signal.
Yep.
Again, you're limited on some options as far as the signal, as far as what's broadcast. Sometimes they cut out special programming because of licensing. But crystal clear. Drawback, though, is you have to be connected to Wi-Fi and power all the time. There's not a battery operated. You have to have Wi-Fi in order to receive. So those give you some options. If you have questions on the antennas, or if you want some more information, post in the comments below. We'd love to hear your questions. And Daryl, thank you so much for your expertise today. I really appreciate it. I think it gives people a good idea. I always learn something whenever we do these. So if you have any questions, post them below, and we'll link to the antennas in the comments.